guys, my name is Cartoonz, and today I really wanted to go over an evaluation of Nether Tempest versus Frostbomb, and for Frost Mages anyways. I always get a bunch of messages about this, because sometimes you guys will see me using Frostbomb, and sometimes I use it. It's more of just like, if I want to test something with Frostbomb, test the damage. Sometimes I want to play a little bit of a playstyle differently. Or sometimes I'm just, bored. Yeah, whatever. But mainly, I've been starting to use Nether Tempest for everything. Recently, I kind of had an opinion where I would use Frostbomb for only 2s and Nether Tempest for everything else. But now, I'm using Nether Tempest for literally everything. And why I'm doing this is because Nether Tempest is just a constant amount of damage that is just a lot more. For example, I'm going to take off Nether Tempest and put on Frostbomb. I have 2 targets here that are helping me out. I'm going to Frostbomb, and then I'm going to let it explode, and I'm going to Frost Nova just to show the damage. Okay, so I did 62k on him, and like about 30-something thousand on the Rogue, which is the secondary target near the target I put the Frostbomb on. That's good, and I got a Brain Freeze proc, so that's an extra, 54k to whatever amount. And I didn't use Trinket there. So what I can do is, now that I've shown you the Frostbomb damage, I want to show you the Nether Tempest damage and explain why I like that type of damage more than I do Frostbomb. I'm going to go back into Nether Tempest, and then I'm going to go ahead, I have all my cooldowns up, and I'm going to show you. Instead of having to cast a Frostbomb and then use only one Brain Freeze, I can do this. With multiple targets, you can have multiple Nether Tempest up, and they hit multiple targets as well. So I'm essentially doing 4 sets of damage here, and it's causing me to get a lot of, like obviously I got my Light Weave proc instantly, and I'm not going very lucky this round because of Brain Freeze, but if you just keep it up, and then, like, you're obviously going to get a Brain Freeze proc sooner or later. There is a, I don't think it's a very high chance, there's not an exact percentage on what the, percentage is for Nether Tempest to be able to get a Brain Freeze proc, but I'm getting, like, super unlucky right now. But I wanted to show, once I get a Brain Freeze proc, what I like to do with it because of Nether Tempest. Just because of its sheer amount of constant damage. It's just very good constant damage to keep constant pressure up instead of just all in one burst with all cooldowns, everything. I like to try and keep it more constant because that seems to be how the effectiveness is going nowadays, is constant damage over just high burst damage. Like back in Wrath of the Lich King, it was mostly just like all in one. But if I Nether Tempest right here, and I can finally get a Brain Freeze proc that allows an instant Frost Firebolt, I'll show you what I like to do. What I like to do is I like to pop my offensive cooldowns, Nether Tempest, and then Frozen Orb, and then I alter time with 2 Frostfire things up, and then I get all my cooldowns out, and if I haven't gotten an extra one by then, I like to put my alter time back, finish it off, and then, as you can see, I finished off both of the targets from 70% to 0, both of the targets, with an extra Brain Freeze proc left over. And I didn't use Deep Freeze, I only used Frozen Orb, Nether Tempest, Ice Lance, and Brain Freeze. My Brain Freeze Frost Firebolt. And also, what I do recommend using with the Nether Tempest is the fact that you really need Glyph of Ice Lance. It's an amazing glyph that allows a lot more AoE abilities, or AoE damage, I suppose on that. But it's very strong, and once there's 2 targets grouped up, and you're able to get Nether Tempest up and pop all of your cooldowns, you're able to do a lot more damage than having to cast a Frost Orb and then going with that damage. Like, yes, Frost Orb is probably more burst damage, but Nether Tempest wins more in the long run for sure. And I feel like these games more so go long runs, especially since you can get multiple Brain Freeze procs instead of just going for 1 Brain Freeze proc, or 2, I guess, with an Alter Time Frostbomb Brain Freeze. But really, you can get so much more damage out of it. And I think even like the tooltip tells you, like 55% or 55,000 frost damage on a primary target, and then Nether Tempest is 50,000 over 12 seconds. So it's instant, and it does nearly a little bit less than Frostbomb, but it is constant. It does extra damage to a nearby target, and you don't have to cast it. Like, you don't want to sacrifice your availability to be interrupted. That's really bad, poor choice anyways. So I hope that I could help you out a little bit, but I really do believe that Nether Tempest is better, and it helps you get a lot of your procs off. Like, I got a Windsong and a Light Wave proc instantly like that, and I've already got a Brain Freeze proc. that I can hit right into him, and it's very strong. So I hope my argument could help a little bit, and hopefully it helped you out just a little bit in your mage skills, I suppose. But anyways, guys, that's about it for me. Feel free to subscribe. I'll be doing more videos just like this, and I will see you guys next time. Cartoonz out.